What's up, music lovers? Welcome back to Legend Story, your ultimate destination for the wildest, most iconic tales in music history. Today, we're diving into the electrifying story of a woman who didn't just chase fame, she redefined it. We're talking about Madonna, the queen of reinvention. Before the music videos, before the MTV takeover, before she became a global icon, Madonna was just a dreamer in the gritty NYC club scene. So, grab your leg warmers, crank up the volume, and let's rewind to the late 70s to uncover how Madonna built her empire from the dance floor up. If you live for epic music stories, hit that subscribe button for Legend Story, smash the like, and let's get into it. Picture this. It's the late 1970s, and a young Madonna Louise Ciccone, born in 1958 in Bay City, Michigan, is far from the glitz and glamour we know today. She wasn't handed fame, she clawed her way to it. At 19, she left her small-town life and landed in New York City with a few bucks, a thrift store wardrobe, and a fire in her soul. This is where Legend Story digs into the roots of a pop culture titan. Madonna was sleeping in cramped apartments, waitressing to pay the bills, and dancing her heart out in dive bars and clubs like Danceteria and CBGB. Here's the real deal, Legend Story fans. Madonna wasn't just another dreamer, she was relentless. Every night she was out in the NYC club scene, handing out demo tapes to anyone who'd listen. She'd sweet-talk DJs, charm club owners, and perform with bands like The Breakfast Club and Emmy. Her style? Raw, unpolished, but dripping with attitude. Her energy? Absolutely magnetic. Even in those gritty clubs, you could tell this wasn't someone who wanted fame. She wanted immortality. And that's the kind of story Legend Story lives to tell. Madonna's hustle was next level. She wasn't just making music, she was building a persona. She mixed punk, disco, and pop influences, rocking fishnets, layered necklaces, and a fearless vibe. By the early 80s, she caught the ear of producer John Jellybean Benitez and Sire Records. And then, in 1983, the world heard her voice. Holiday, Borderline, Lucky Star. Those tracks didn't just hit, they exploded. Suddenly, Madonna wasn't just a club kid, she was the sound of a generation. That debut album, Madonna, released in 1983, was a game changer. It wasn't just catchy pop, it was a statement. She blended dance beats with raw emotion, and her DIY style resonated with millions. But here's where it gets iconic, Legend Story crew. In 1984, like a virgin dropped, and Madonna didn't just break the mold, she obliterated it. That title track with its provocative lyrics and that unforgettable wedding dress performance at the MTV VMAs, she rewrote what it meant to be a female pop star. From Like a Virgin to Vogue, Madonna became the queen of reinvention. She wasn't just making music, she was crafting culture. Those cone bras from the Blonde Ambition tour, iconic. Her bold performances tackling everything from sexuality to religion, controversial but groundbreaking. Every album, every look, every era was a new chapter. She didn't follow trends, she set them. And the numbers? Over 300 million records sold worldwide. That's not just a career, that's a legacy. Legend Story is all about celebrating that kind of impact. But let's rewind to what made Madonna so special before the fame. It wasn't just her voice or her dance moves, it was her vision. She saw the stage, the videos, the fashion, the controversy, all before it happened. Back in those NYC clubs, she was already choreographing her destiny. She faced rejection, scraped by on pennies, and dealt with a cutthroat industry, but she never backed down. That grit, that hunger, is what turned a Michigan girl into a global icon. That's the kind of story we love unpacking on Legend Story. Madonna's rise wasn't just about music, it was about empowerment. She showed women they could be bold, unapologetic, and in control. Her influence stretched beyond pop, inspiring artists from Lady Gaga to Beyoncé. On platforms like X, fans still debate her greatest era, 80s Madonna with Like a Prayer or 90s Madonna with Vogue. But let's be real, every era is legendary because she never stopped evolving. That's why her story resonates in 2025 and beyond. So what's the legacy of Madonna before she was famous? She was a hustler, a visionary, and a rule breaker who turned her dreams into reality. From passing out demo tapes in NYC clubs to selling out stadiums, Madonna didn't just climb the ladder, she built it. Her story reminds us that greatness comes from courage, reinvention, and never settling. That's what Legend Story is all about, celebrating the icons who changed the game. Thanks for joining me on this epic dive into Madonna's rise on Legend Story. If you love this journey into the Queen of Pop's origin story, hit that like button, drop your favorite Madonna song or era in the comments, and subscribe to Legend Story for more iconic music tales. Until next time, keep dancing, keep dreaming, and let's keep the music alive with Legend Story.